Hi everyone, this is my third video and again pertaining rapture. I'll try and just get straight to the point. I did say I'm going to share about America and I seem to have gotten carried away with other dreams. And as I said, I didn't want to go beyond 10 minutes. So I'm going to quickly share this. You can see my other dreams in my other videos. So in this particular dream, so it was actually, it wasn't a dream, it was actually a vision. I'd finished praying. No, I finished my coffee and I was just kind of praying quietly. And I see, okay, there's one just mentioned about the big angel in the heavens. And we just put the postcard in the pin board in my kitchen. But straight after that, I'm shown two people praying. One of them was Jesus. He was telling me to pray. And that was the first time I've ever seen him actually telling me to pray. I've seen Mary do that. I've seen other saints in heaven, because the Lord allows me to visit heaven. If there are certain people I would ask to pray, and He would allow me to see them praying for me. God is amazing, and that's the way He works with me. I know some people don't believe that saints in heaven pray for us, but they do. If you can read the Old Testament, you can find about where there is actually somebody seeing. I think it was Joshua seeing Elijah or Elisha praying before the throne of God, interceding for Israel. So it does happen. They are also alive in heaven. That's why he's called God of the living. That's why Jesus said that God is a God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's a God of living. Those people are living, and you can ask them to pray for you. Anyway, that's something else. Not everybody believes that, but trust me, they are actually much better off interceding for you because they have made it to heaven than us. So somebody else here or not, because they're still full of sin, just as everybody else. Anyway, so here that was Jesus praying. He kind of passed his hand together, and I think he was telling me to pray. And I also see a nun. She's again before an altar, and she was praying like fervently, yeah, like seriously praying, kneeling down and before the altar, like literally pleading. She was pleading. And I was wondering, what was that about? What is going on? It takes me a while to get things because, as I said, my dreams and visions can be like in clips, like it's a movie, a story. And then it shifts. So I come out of this vision which I had shared about seeing clouds up there and crosses. I come out of that, and for some reason I start thinking about America. So I'm seeing this map. It's like an ancient map, like really old maps. I like looking at old maps because there's a lot of stuff that you can discover from old maps. So it's something that I do in my pastimes. So I'm wondering to myself, is America actually the Babylonia that is mentioned in the Bible, in Revelations? So I'm kind of debating that, because, you hear a lot of theories. I know it is, but at the same time, you're like, I don't know if it is. And like, I am forced to zoom into this map. And I'm saying zoom in, it's like I am coming down like an eagle when it's coming for its prey. I'm coming straight, like from the sky. I'm just coming at this speed. And then I'm noticing I'm on a piece of land, and I know I'm on a cliff edge. And on the cliff edge, I don't want to go to the cliff because I am cliff edge because I'm usually scared of heights. And as I am standing here, I don't want to go. It's like this force, and I know it's God's force showing He wants me to see because I don't want to see, scared of heights and all that. So I come and I can actually see this drop, and it is a massive drop. And on the side of it, there's two people climbing. So two monsters, literally, because it was the enemy and his false prophet. They're coming up, yeah. And like the way you see mountaineers climbing, he had those things climbing on the edge, and he's determined to climb. He is so determined to climb, and he was right at the edge here. He was right at the tip here, and behind him. So as I was writing this down, I knew the first guy was a devil, but I didn't know who this person was. But as I was writing it down, I got the revelations that it was actually the false prophet that was right behind him. So they're coming together, And this was America. I knew it was because I'd been debating could it be? And I think the Lord was just showing me, yes, it is what it is. And you can find that out in Revelations 19. I am not, how would I say, I'm not a theologian. I am not versed in the Bible. I do read my Bible, and I've read also a lot of books which are not in the Bible, but they were written, like Book of Enoch, Book of Jason, all that stuff. So I do like reading the Bible. I do know my Bible, and I try just to stick to what it is, So, but I don't try and figure out too much. But I know I've been shown the black horse, which is in I think Revelations 4. I'm not too sure about that, but it's Revelation 6, I think. Yeah, and that was last month, and I knew it was gonna start in March. For some reason, I knew it was going to start in March. From March, they will be starting a shortage of food. So yeah, and as I said yesterday, I don't know if I mentioned this dream anyway. Yeah, so after that, so when I see this is what I wanted to talk about America, but I'm talking about this start in March. I didn't know when it was, but I knew it was in March. So I kind of get these. What was it? It was actually a vision. I was kind of like just lying down here yesterday. So yesterday was the 17th, and I am just lying down, and I see this cliff. I was wondering, what is that cliff? Then so when I see this, I realized that's what it was, and it was a cliff, and it was a really black cliff, like it was completely burnt, like with, I wouldn't even say like a side of a mountain. It looked dead, like a fire had gone through it. And from it, I could see these numbers popping out, 2022. And I was like, what on earth is that? So I'm thinking about that just in the vision. And then I remember these comes to mind, like I'm wondering, what is that? So it's come to 317, which is something I'd been shown a few days before. It was actually the beginning of March, because I remember writing down. I didn't even know the 3 represented March. So it's not, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this is time, but that this is a rapture time. Nobody knows the day or the hour, but it was something that the Lord was showing me. Reason being, He was showing me that it is the beginning of a new Passover, and I did not know when the Passover is, the actual Passover. I just celebrate the Passovers according to the church, what they have put on the calendar. We don't have a choice, do we? So he actually showed me it was actually the actual Passover, which was quite interesting, because that confirmed why I was seeing Moses this morning. So you can, as I can say, I was telling you, my dreams and visions are usually linked, it's usually in clips, so you have to connect the dots. So I'd seen Moses, I was praying in the morning, and I see this guy, but I'm reading the book of Daniel. So I am reading the book of Daniel, but it's saying Daniel 13 and chapter 1. I'm thinking, normally when I'm getting Bible verses, or if I'm reading something, and sometimes the Lord allows me to read a book, like I'm reading a book in heaven, normally He wouldn't show me where it is from. Like I would just be reading it out. The only time, this was very specific. I was reading Daniel chapter 13, verse 1. And I was like, coming, I wake up a bit, I'm thinking, I am sure, I might not be a Bible scholar, but I'm sure there's no Daniel 13. And obviously there isn't. So in this one, I am actually saying, this is what it says, something about Moses. I don't know what he was doing for the 7 days. And I'm like, what did Moses do about 7 days? And then so when I was looking it up, I realized, oh my God, it is linked to the Passover. So the new year, 2022, has started. Well, started yesterday, today. It's usually depending on where you are. So 17, 18. And that kind of confirmed with another lady who had a dream, and the Lord made me remember it. I remember her talking about, she was going home to her father's house, which was, I don't know, 3 something street, on the house number was 18. And she was like wondering what they're about, and I think she was talking about, then she thought about the comets and stuff like that was passing by. But as she was saying that, kind of the Lord put in my spirit that that's not it, but those numbers that she had mentioned, again, 23 and 18, they were very significant. It's like that stuck in my head. And you see, then a few days later, I get that. So I was like, okay. And I couldn't figure out why the Lord was showing me 3:17. Because here in England, we don't write the date like that. We usually write it the other way. So it will be the day before and the day at the beginning, and then you have the month later. So that was quite interesting. So the Lord was showing me that the Passover, the new Passover, the new year has started. It starts 17:18. So yeah, and because I was wondering why this cliff had been darkened like that. And so when I saw the enemy coming up, so because wherever the enemy touches, he destroys it. He has no life. That's why after we leave, this is what the Lord had shown me some time back. I'm gonna try and show you. He had shown me like I'm having a sky view, like I'm having this bird's eye view of the whole earth, the globe. So this is the best, I'm just scribbling here for the sake of it. And this is the earth. And the earth was like burnt, like it was like a forest fire had gone through the earth, and everything was desolate. And I was looking at, and he showed it to me twice. So like I don't miss it, because I'm like, am I seeing right? Where are the lights? Where is it? Even the sea was no longer blue. It was completely black, like black grayish. And so because what happens, because God is life, that's when I was getting it later, because God is life, and when he removes his people who also have life, life completely leaves the earth. So it will be completely desolate. So again, I beg you, brothers and sisters, stay clean, because you don't want to be left behind. This is not a joke. We are right at the end. And again, if the Lord has been specific enough to show me that it's a new Passover, and I saw an angel in the sky as a postcard, a few days ago, he had also shown me as a child running through heaven's grass. I'm just enjoying myself, and it was the best feeling. Like literally, I've never had that kind of joy in my life, and I wanted to bottle that joy and just keep it. But I knew the Lord was just giving me a taste of heaven, because I always ask myself, I wonder how I'd feel in heaven. I know there's no pain, there's no tears, but he gave me a taste of, and this vision just lasted like 5 seconds, but it was the most beautiful feeling. And I just bless you, sisters and brothers, and I hope to see you very soon in heaven. And keep praying, especially because the enemy is here. We need to pray. We really need to pray. And I think the Lord was showing me sometime. I'm just going to throw this in. I think it was sometime last week. Here in the UK, in London, there was a lady who was killed. And the policeman, it was actually by a policeman. So here, I think he's just a psycho. I never really follow news. So by that one, you could not escape it. And I was wondering, okay, so what happened in this vision? This was before I actually noticed what was happening. In a vision I'd had, I was just lying in bed just before I sleep. And I see this, it's like I'm staring at a screen. Okay, I'm actually like staring at a TV screen. I'm wondering, what is that? And then behind, I can see these policemen. It's like they're trying to stop a riot. There was like a riot going on. These policemen were trying to stop it. They're huddled over these people. They're trying to arrest people. And then there's somebody in front of the screen. Okay, so I'm just going to try and go it up. So I've got the TV here, and there's some people there, the policemen, right? And then there's somebody here, right, a girl. She's holding up a placard, like a big notice board, and it says on it, Christ inches away. That's what it was saying, Christ inches away. And what she's holding up, she was like trying to get my attention, don't look what is behind you. And so I was always kind of waiting. That was a week before what happened, because after this woman was killed, some women went to London to hold a vigil, and they ended up getting arrested by the police. There was a lot of commotion. It ended up being a big deal than it should have been. I don't think it was right for them, the police, what they did. But so the law, because wondering when is this going to happen? Because we know a lot of stuff going on in America, but we haven't had like a riot here in a while. So I was wondering, so when this happened, I kind of connected. It was like, when I see this lady was trying to tell me, and I believe this is my guardian angel, she's trying to tell me, when I see this chaos happening, Christ is inches away, literally inches away. And that's amazing. So, yeah, hopefully it won't be long. Everything has a season. So we just have to be prepared. But God has his time. Not one to set days. I'm not going to say it's time for us to go, but we should be ready. He's shown me a lot of that. So yeah, we just need to be ready. We have to be ready. God is meticulous. He has a time for everything, and he follows his rules. We just have to also make sure we follow his rules, because we're going to go and live in his kingdom forever, and there's no other way. We have to abide by his laws. So I might share in next videos of more dreams and visions, but I just didn't want to bombard you with so many, because I get loads of dreams and visions, and I just wanted to bless you guys, just to let you know we need to stay clean, we need to pray. The devil is here, but we are in Christ. We shouldn't have any fear. We should just keep trusting, keep the light burning, keep that fire going, because we're going home very, very soon. Bless you all.